Hello everyone, welcome to my channel WishInfinite. So this is our fifth part of Playwright interview quiz series, right? So we will start quiz in some time. I've already shared the Slido link here onto the chat. You can join this live quiz from this particular link, or you should be able to see this QR code onto the screen. I will just share it onto the screen. So here's the QR code which you can use to join this quiz. I am starting this 5 minutes timer, and then once everyone is joined, we should be able to start the quiz again. So this time for this particular part, we are going to have a quiz related to the assertion in Playwright, right? So if you are going through my playlist, you must be aware that we have seen one video related specifically related to the assertions. If you have not watched that particular video, you can go to my this playlist, and here you should be able to see this video, which is assertions in Playwright. So today all the questions are going to be related to this particular topic. And guys, you are able to see my screen, right, properly? There is no audio and video issues. Can you please confirm into the chat? Okay, so we will wait for people to join to finish this particular timer, and then we will start. We have many people who have already joined. Guys, again I'm repeating, here is the QR code, or you can see the link in the chat. Through that you can join this particular quiz. And previously we have already had our quiz questions related to the installation, right? Playwright introduction, basic scripting, and different VS Code options. Like these topics we have already covered. Async, await, page fixture, which we are having, right? And then we have seen in the previous quiz, we have seen questions related to locator and different locator options, right? Inside the locator method, we can pass the option, and get by methods also we have covered into the previous quiz. So if you have not went through those quiz videos, I would recommend you to go through those videos. These quiz related videos are here into this particular playlist. See here, or separately also I've created one playlist just for the quiz videos. So if you have not watched these videos, you can watch and go. You can go and watch these videos. And as I told, today we are going to start with this topic where we would be picking questions related to the assertions. If you are already aware about the assertions, you must know, right, how much they are important when we are doing testing, right? Either you are using Cypress, Selenium, or Playwright, or any other testing tool, somehow you need to use the assertions, right? Let's wait for 1 more minute, and then we would be starting. And guys, what we will do, we will go through the questions into the Slido, right? I will give you 1 minute, and in that 1 minute you need to give the right answer. And after that, I would be showing you what is the correct answer, and then I will quickly explain you that why this option you need to select. And here we are going to cover some of the assertions also, but it is not like that that all the interview questions are covered, right? Again, you should have proper in-depth knowledge about the topic. Just by just remembering the question and answer, that will not work, right? You should have practical knowledge, and that thing I've already explained into that assertion related video, so you can watch the complete video so that you will be having a full confidence about this particular topic, right? If any question will come, you should be able to answer, but here you will be having a high level idea that you need to what type of questions which will be coming. If so, now our timer is done, we can start with the quiz. Just a minute. Okay, so let's start with the quiz. So we have multiple people who have already joined: Anirudh, Sakshi, Riddhi, Ginny, Departan, T. Javier, and then Saili, Shashikant Sharma, and Push. Let's start with the quiz, and for each question you would be having 1 minute, and within that you need to give the correct answer. And people who would be giving the correct answer within the last time duration, they would be top onto the leaderboard. So I would be showing the leaderboard in between. Okay, so let's start with the first question. So what is the purpose of expect in Playwright? And here are all the different options: to locate elements on the page, to perform verifications, checks in tests, to wait for the element to load, and to launch browser instances. Now you can give the correct answer. You are having 35 more seconds. Only one has given answer. Two people have given answer. Guys, hurry up. We have 20 more seconds. So if you are already using Playwright, you must be aware, right, why we are using this expect in the Playwright, right? So this is how we are going to use the assertion. And we have got our answer. 86% have people this option, to perform verification, checks, and tests. And 14% people have selected option C. And now let's read the answer. So the correct answer is this one: to perform verifications, checks, and tests. Okay, so for this there is no practical thing which we need to show, right? Usually we perform some actions, and then we use this expect to perform the assertion or to provide the assertion. So here into the VS Code, if you will see, for this particular test script, see, we have imported the test and expect. So this expect you need to import from the Playwright test, and here is our test where we have given title, anonymous function, and here we would be going to the specific site, would be performing different actions if needed, right? Going to the site is also one of the action. And then here, see, we are using different assertions. These are expect thing which we are using, which will be providing the assertion, right? So that's what we need to use, and that was the answer for this particular question, that to perform the verifications or checks in tests. Okay, now let's see the leaderboard quickly. So we have Javier on to the top, and then we have Shashikant, Push, Vidhi, and Sakshi with the correct answer. And Javier has given the answer within 12 seconds. Now let's go to the next question. So second question is, which of the following are auto retrying assertions? So if you have seen my video related to the assertion, you must be aware what are auto retrying assertions and what are non retrying assertions, right? And here are different options for that: A, B, C, and D, and you need to select the option which is auto retrying assertions, right? And about this, I have also, I mean, if you have seen the video, there is one document which I usually use, and the link is already there into the video, so you can go and watch that particular document for your revision also before the interview. Guys, hurry up, 15 more seconds left. Okay, so we have got most of the answers for 63% for option C, which is await, expect, and then locator we have provided, and to be visible. And there are different people who have selected different answers also. Now let me reveal the correct answer. And this is the correct answer, which is await, expect, and here we need to provide the locator within that particular method, and then dot to be visible. Okay. So what are auto retrying assertions? So these are the assertions which will be getting tried automatically by the playwright, right? You need not to put any weight, or you need not to put assertions again and again. If you need to check, let's say if you want to validate that particular element onto the website is visible or not, so in that case you would be using such type of assertions. So there are multiple auto retrying assertions. This is one of them, which is to be visible, and this we must have used into our video also, into this particular test script also. You would be able to see different auto retrying assertions, right? And just let me open that document which I use. So if you have already watched the video, and if you want to just go through the, I mean, just want to do the revision, then you can go through this particular document also. See, here I've given multiple type of auto retrying assertions, non-retrying assertions. You can go to the official Playwright website also. There you should be able to see more such assertions, but these are the most used assertions, you can say, which we have noted down, right? And here you can see the definition for the auto retrying assertions, that these assertions will retry until the assertion passes or the assertion timeout is reached, right? These timeout we can manage through the Playwright configuration file. About that configuration file, we will, I mean, I have already created a video, but we will see a quiz related to that also. And here we have given the note that retrying assertions are async, so you must use await, right? So whenever you are using these auto retrying assertions, you need to provide await with them. And there is one more thing, previously also I have told you multiple times, that you can simply mouse over onto such methods, and you should be able to see that if that particular method is written in the promise, then you need to use the await keyword with that particular line of code, right, with that particular method. And if you are using await, your method should this anonymous method should be async, right? You will have to use the async keyword, then only you will be able to use await inside that particular test, right? Okay, so now let's see the leaderboard quickly. And still we have Javier onto the top, and then we have Sashikant, Riddhi, Sakshi, and Tanmay. Okay, now let's go to the next question. So why are non-retrying assertions risky in UI automation? So during into the video also I have told you that we should avoid non-retrying assertions if it is really not needed. And here are all the different options that why non-retrying assertions are risky in UI automation. They consume more memory. They auto-retry too aggressively. These assertions allow to test conditions but do not auto-retry. Most of the time web page shows information asynchronously, and using non-retrying assertions can lead to a flaky test. And fourth one is they only support JavaScript. Guys, 20 more seconds left. Hurry up. Guys, still you are having any doubt, just let me know in the comments while we are into the quiz, so I should be able to answer them or clarify your doubt. Now 2 more seconds left, and now time is over. And we have got 88% options for option C. So we have got 88% answers for option C, and 13% I think someone has selected this one. And now let me reveal the correct answer. So this is the correct answer, option C, that assertions allow to test these assertions allows to test any condition but do not auto retry, right? Most of the time web page shows information asynchronously, and using non-retrying assertions can lead to leaky test. So there is no such explanation required, right? As we told that there are different assertions like auto retrying assertion, non-retrying assertions. These are the auto retrying and these are non-retrying. Here we can check that particular value should be, right? Here we are not performing action onto the locator, but it is related to verifying the specific value, like value is same, right? This value to be this, right? X value to be 2, or the value to be less than, let's say, any variable value to be less than 5. So such type of assertion will, which can be used, and if it is really necessary for you to verify such type of assertion, then you can use. Otherwise, try to use auto retrying assertions, right? Here you can see non-retrying assertions. These assertions allow you to test conditions but do not auto retry, right? The same answers which we have seen, right? And here we have given the note that prefer auto retrying assertions whenever possible. And you can go to Playwright website also, and there you would be able to see list of auto retrying assertions as well as non-retrying assertion. Okay, now let's go to the next question. And here is the question, which assertions checks that an element is present exactly 3 times onto the page. So we want to check that particular element is present 3 times onto the page, and here are different options. I am not repeating the answer, not repeating these options, as it is a code, so it would be easy for you to read into the slide, right? There are options A, B, C and D. Then select the correct answer. We want to check that an element is present exactly 3 times onto the page, right? So element means that we are detecting with the help of locator, right? Here I have given the locator to show that we want to validate that this particular element is available 3 times onto the page. And guys, 10 more seconds left here. Okay, so we have got split answers for this one. 38% people have selected option A, that await expect locator to have count 3. Similarly, the second method is to have text, to have length and to equal. Now let me reveal the correct answer. So the correct answer is first one, to have count 3. So we want to validate the specific element is available onto the page, right? And for that, this is the method to have count. It should have 3 count, or whatever the count which you provide, it should have that many count, right? Here I should be listed that particular method somewhere or not, let's see. But if it is not, see here we are having that method to check the specific number of elements are present onto the page or not, and how many times it is present, right? So a specific number you can check, you can put, and then you can do the validation for the same. And here into the VS Code you would be able to see that to have count you can provide like this. So you need to provide await expect, and here you need to provide the locator, right? And onto that expect we need to provide this method dot to have count, and here we can provide the count, right? So if these let's say this element is present 3 times or 4 times, that number we have given here, and that is correct, then your test will get passed, otherwise it will get failed, right? If I will run also this, let's say this login button for the sourcedemo.com should be present 1 time, right, onto the login page. Let me change it to 2, and let's just quickly retry just to show you how it works. See, I am running it with this Playwright extension run button. These are very old scripts, but it should work, right? The site is working. And see, we have got one failure, that this assertion has got failed. See, the received count was expected was 2, which we have put purposefully, but the received is 1, so that's why it got failed. If the expected and received count would be 1, then that case this particular test must have gone to the next line. But here this is the hard assertions, right? If any of the assertion which will get failed anywhere into the test will completely get failed, right? Let me close it. And now let's go to the VS Code. Let's go to the quiz, and here let's see the leaderboard quickly. So we have Javier still on to the top with all the correct answers within 1 minute 12 seconds, and then we have Tanmay with the Sakshi and Shishkant, right? Apart from that, all other people have given at least one answer incorrect, right? These are top 5 people, right, out of all the people who are playing. Guys, if still you are having any doubt, just let me know in the comments, right? Don't wait. And now we have the next question. Which assertion verifies that the current page title is dashboard, right? Here are all the options. Option A, B, C, D. I'm not reading the answers, right? Here mainly these methods you need to focus on, that which method is correct, right? And which will give us the current page title, right? Or which will check that what is the current page title. So we want to validate the current page title should be dashboard. So you can select the correct answer. So usually what would be the scenario? Let's say you are opening a website and you want to validate. There can be one assertion, right? That you want to validate that my page title should be dashboard, or let's say Google. So such type of assertion you can provide to check that correct title is appearing there or for the site or not, right? They can be issue that developers are giving some any wrong title, right? Or for the testing they have just given testing and it is there into your website, so that you would be able to verify, right? Usually such silly mistake developers will not do, but we need to keep each and every assertion, right, whichever possible as per our requirement. And people have given different answers, option B and option D. 88% people have selected this option B. Let's reveal the correct answer, and this is the correct answer. That await, expect, and here we need to provide the page as we want to validate the current page title, right? Here we are not providing any locator, and it should have, so for that the method is to have title, and here we can provide any title. Let's say here we wanted to validate dashboard. Similarly, let's say for any other site, let's say for the Google title can be there, right? And for any other site there can be different title which can be there, and we need to validate that, right? And let me open one site. This is my site. So see here for my site the title is this one, right? And the same title you should be able to see here into the head. See this is the title, right, which would be there into the head. Okay, and this title you can verify that my site or any your testing website site should have this particular title or any other title as per your requirement, right? So for me this title should be there if I want to put a check for my website, right? And now let's see the leaderboard quickly. Still we have Javier on to the top with all the correct answers within 1 minute 28 seconds. Then we have Tanmay, Riddhi, Sakshi and Shishkant. These are top 5 onto the leaderboard. Okay, now let's go to the next question. Okay, so here is the next question onto the screen. Which matcher is the correct for verifying a button is disabled? Await, expect, then locator, dot not, dot to be enabled. Similarly, we have different methods like to be hidden, to be disabled, and to equal. Then within the quotes we have put disabled. Right, so you need to select the correct answer here. Which matcher is correct for verifying a button is disabled? So it is little tricky as per different options. You can try to select the correct answer, and then we will reveal the answer and then we will discuss. And guys, still you are having any doubt related to these questions, just let me know, or anything related to the assertion if you are having any doubt. And as I told, it is not necessary that you will be getting the same same question into your interview. There can be some different questions related to the assertion, but if you have covered this particular topic, you should be able to give such answers, right? Such questions answers. And 75% people have selected to be disabled. 25% people have selected not to be enabled, and 25% selected to equal disabled. Okay, now let me reveal the correct answer for this one. And actually that's what I was telling, right? It is little tricky because there were two different correct answer, right? If people have selected this or this, they should be able to, I mean, they, for them the correct answer would be correct. So either we can use this not to be enabled, or we can use to be disabled, because we wanted to verify a button is disabled, right? So this is the here we have just given the locator, so here we need to give the locator for that particular button. So here we can either use not to be enabled method, or we can use this to be disabled. Both are correct answer, right? And here into the VS Code, just let me quickly show you. So see, either we can use, I told, right, not to be enabled. Have I used not anywhere? Into this particular test script I have not used. Let's say we want to validate this button is disabled or not. So either directly use to be disabled, this is one method, or you can directly use not like this. Just let me tell you, await, expect, and see, here is the assertion for the button, here is the locator for the button, and then after dot we need to put not, right? This is the property, not method, right? And then to be, sorry, for this enabled we need to give this not. So here we will be giving not dot, right, dot not to be enabled, right? Like this you can provide the assertion. Here I deleted one bracket. Okay, so both the methods, both the answers should be correct for them, for this particular thing, right? And now let me reveal the correct leaderboard. So we have Javier on to the top with 5 correct answer out of 6 within 1 minute 46 seconds, and then we have Tanmay, Riddhi, Shashikant, and Sakshi. Okay, now let's go to the next question. We have 7 questions, right? Now last 4 questions left. The question is, which statement correctly describe negative matches? They validate CSS selectors. They reveal the assertion condition. They reverse the assertion condition. They make test run faster. They auto retry twice as long. Right? So you can select any option which you feel is correct. What is negative matches? That you must be aware, or if you are not aware, I will just quickly explain after this. We have 20 more seconds left, guys. Here. 4 people have given answers till now. 5. Okay. Okay. Now we can discuss this one. So 83% people have given this option B, that they reverse the assertion condition, and 17% people have given this particular answer. Let me reveal the correct answer first. So option B is the correct answer. They reverse the assertion condition. And just before this we saw one example, right? We have used the not, right? So that's what it was, reversing the condition, right? Not to be enabled, so it should be disabled, right? So we are saying that whatever condition we are putting, it should not be that, right? It should not be enabled, or it should not have count 3, right? So that will just put not, we just need to put a not in front of that, and we should be able to do that. And here also I have given details related to the negative matches into my document, that we can expect the opposite to be true by adding not in front of the matches, right? Here is the example of the expect method. We just need to use this not, right? For whatever the assertion you are using, just in front of that just put dot not dot and then your assertion method. Okay, and here we can go to the next quiz, next question, right? Let me just quickly see the leaderboard. Now we have Javier still on to the top, and then we have Riddhi, Shashikant, Sakshi, and Tanna. Okay, now let's go to the next one. Which of the following is a valid soft assertion, right? So if you have used soft assertion, you must be aware about the syntax. Here are all the options A, B, C, D, right? So what is soft assertion? So soft assertions are usually not usually, they are the assertion which will fail at that particular point, but it will not completely fail the test, right? You should be able to go to the next line while doing the execution, but it will record that your particular step has some failure, right? If it is not getting parsed. We will see more details once you guys give the correct answer. You need to select the correct syntax, that how you will provide the soft assertion, right? Guys, we have 10 more seconds left here. Okay, so we have got two answers for this, 50-50%, option A and option D, that expect soft, and then within that we need to put the value 2 equals to whatever this is just the assertion. Main syntax would be this, that where we need to provide the soft and how we need to provide, right? And some people have selected this one, expect dot soft and 2 equal, and here they are providing value and whatever the value. So this is expected and received values they are given, right? Now let me reveal the correct answer, then we can discuss. So the correct answer is option A, expect soft, then value 2 equal 5. And why it is correct, just let me show you into the document. So see, first, what is soft assertion? By default, failed assertions will terminate the test execution. That's what I told, right? If you are just putting the normal assertion, it will, or hard assertions, if you have used Selenium, you must have used this particular term, right? Playwright also supports soft assertion. Failed soft assertions do not terminate test execution, but marks the test as failed, right? So it will not just terminate the session, but still it is going to mark that particular test, but it is going to do the whole execution, right? And here's the syntax, that await, expect, and then you need to provide soft, and within here you need to provide the locator or the value which you want to validate, right? And after that you would be putting your assertion method to have text, or to have any assertion method you can use, right? It can be auto retrying or non retrying, and then you can provide that particular value. So after the expect, you need to provide dot soft and then the locator or the value which you want to validate, right? This is non retrying assertion, where we are checking that value should be 2 equals 0, and here we have put soft locator to have text, right? So these are just the examples, and similarly you can use these soft assertions. Here I have not moved into the script, but simply after this expect, you will have to provide that dot soft, right? Oh, sorry, not here. After the expect, you need to put dot and soft, and then dot, and here you would be here you will be providing this assertion. Let me do it like this, right? So soft, expect soft, and then you need to provide this locator here, right? And let me reveal the correct the leaderboard. Now we have Riddhi onto the top with 6 correct answers, and then we have Sashikant, Javier, Sakshi, and Tanma. And we have got one question. Let me put it onto the screen. So we have got one question from Javier. What is the question? That you can use two equal as well. Not sure why it is incorrect. So Javier, can you please confirm regarding this which question you are talking about? That two equal. We have got, and after that there is one more comment from the Javier that get the HTML value and we can write an expect condition for to equal disable. Okay, so it is related to that disabled thing we discussed, right? That how we will check that particular button is disabled or not. So you are saying that why we cannot use two equal method. So what we want to do, first we want to get the HTML property, right? So you will be extracting HTML property from your element, and if that property is disabled, then you want to check that two equal is there or not. So that is one way which can be done, but as I told, right, we need to this the two equal would be non-retrying assertion, and we we want to prefer auto retrying assertion, right? Because you can try this particular thing, right? But as I told, your site can be asynchronous, right? Your website. So sometimes that can be the case when you are checking this particular thing. So at that time your site for that particular element, that particular property was not there. You fetch the property and you came on to this non-retrying assertions, and you are trying to validate that it is disabled or not. So sometimes your test can be flaky, so that's why you need to use auto retrying assertion. So that's why this particular answer will not be more correct, right? Either you can you can say that you can use two equal, but that is not the preferred way which you should use. Okay, I hope I answered your question. Still you are having any doubt, you just let me know into the chat. Okay, so let's go to the next question, and this is the second last question. Which assertion type should you prefer for checking UI states? So we want to check the UI states, and here are which one you should prefer: non-retrying assertions, auto retrying assertions, console log, and manual wait for timeout. So you can select the correct answer. You have 30 more seconds left. And guys, please use the chat, right, if you are still having doubt like Javier, right? So I should be able to clear your doubt. Still I'm not able to clear, just leave a comment on to any related video so that I should be able to answer them. But Javier, I think I answered your question, right? Why we need not to use, and this particular question is also related to that thing, right, which you just asked. This assertion type you should prefer for checking UI state, and right, we wanted to check that disabled state for the button. And now first let me give the correct answer. Here is the correct answer, option B, auto retrying assertions. So that's what we should prefer, auto retrying assertions over any other thing, right? Non-retrying assertion or console log and these things you can leave, right? These are just the options, but that's what is the preferred one, that you need to use the auto retrying assertion. If you will see the Playwright website also, there you should be able to see the same thing, that always try to use auto retrying assertion, right? Just let me open Playwright website also just to show you. Here we will see the assertion. So these are the auto retrying assertions. See, here is the list for auto retrying assertions, and here is the list of non-retrying assertions. And see here, this is the line that prefer auto retrying assertions wherever possible or whenever possible, right? For more complex assertions that need to be retried, use expect.full or expect.toPass, right? But this is the main line, right? Prefer auto retrying assertions over these non-retrying assertions. For the non-retrying assertions, you need not to use that await keyword, right? Because it would not be returning the promise. They are not going to wait. And these auto retrying assertion, these methods return the promise, so we will have to use the await keyword in front of them, right? The same thing is written here. Okay, now let's go to the next and the last question. Just let me check if we have any questions. No. And here is the last question. What is the correct syntax for adding the custom error message to an assertion? So whenever we want to, so if we will add an assertion, automatically it will give some error message, right, if it is getting failed. But let's say we want to give a custom message for that particular assertion. It can be specific to your website, or as per your requirement you want to give more specific message rather than using the Playwright given message. So in that case you can use any of these examples. You can give the correct answer, right? Then I will give you which one is the correct. So we want to add the custom message with our assertion, right? Option A, B, C, D. You can go through it. I am not reading it, right? As it is the code, it would be easy for you to read. Where we need to provide the custom error message. That is the simple question. Guys, hurry up. We have 10 more seconds left, and then I will reveal the answer. Okay, so we have got 75% answer for the option C. Let me reveal it. So this is the correct answer, option C, that await, expect, and then we need to provide the locator, right? Here we provide whatever the button or input or any element locator, and then for this expect method only we are providing this second argument, which is custom error, right? It can be any error message, that is the string, right, which we need to provide. And here you need to do your assertion. You can put any you can use any method to have type, to have value, or any assertions which you want to use from this particular list, right? And then this particular error message would be visible once it is getting failed, right? See, here also I've given the one option here. See, expect. Here you can use any locator if you want to put any assertion onto the page. Let's say this to have title works onto the page, right? So we have done page here, and here we have provided the custom message. This title, this is custom error message for practice, or that's what means. You can provide any message here, and then your assertion method, and you should be able to see this failure message once it is getting failed. Let me put comment out. Let me run it. These things are correct. We should be able to see that last failure. Still mean in between also mean so many assertions which are failed, but you can try it by giving the custom message as the second argument for this expect method, and you should be able to see the correct given custom error message, right? And now let me, do we have any question? No. Let me just see the leaderboard. So now we have Riddhi onto the top with 7 correct answers. Then we have Push, Sakshi, Shrikant, and Javier, right? And guys, like this, I mean, we have just covered some of the assertions here as part of this quiz. In the next part, I would be adding some more questions related to the assertion, and our next topic, which would be this one, Playwright configuration file. So in the next video, we should be able to see questions related to the assertion and the Playwright configuration. Okay? So in advance, you can watch these 2 topics again, right? If you have not watched these videos, and if you are new to channel, you can watch these complete playlist from the top, so that it would be easy for you to understand. And now we have already seen the leaderboard, and yes, that's it, guys. Try to do the practice related to the assertions also at your for your particular website, right, whichever you are testing. And see you into the next video. Please like, share, and subscribe to my channel. Thank you very much. Have a great day.